today.
Help me out. When I start board math, can you turn that timer to 15? Okay, turn it to 15, all right? Okay, let's see, third grade, right? Yeah. Third graders, how are you doing? Good. My name is Mr. Welch. Practice saying that real quick. Mr. Welch. There you go, it's an easy one to say. I'm a consulting teacher in math over at Liberty Elementary School. So it's kind of close, and you're a West Side school, right? And we're a West Side school, so we're kind of in the same theater. The school that I'm at, we've been doing board math for just about a year now. Some teachers have been doing it for a full year. I'm here today not to show the right way to do board math. I'm here to show little things that we've kind of put into board math at Liberty that maybe your teacher would want to use later on in her board math lessons. Some of the stuff will be exactly the same. Some of the stuff will be completely new. Just go with it. I think as we go through it, you'll kind of find out a lot of the things are the same. A couple little things are different. Really quick, it looks like you guys are all set up for board math. So really quick, I go over expectations for board math, not every day, but with new classes. So my first expectation are where your eyes are at during board math. During board math, where do you think your eyes are during board math? Where are they? On the teacher or on
the board.
Perfect. Point to where your eyes are during board math. I love it when I go into classrooms and kids know it right away. And you might, oh, perfect. You use two hands. I love it. One on the board, one on the teacher. Doesn't matter who comes in the room, what's going on outside, what goes on over the intercom. Board math is fast. I do board math for 20 minutes. We're done. We're done after 20 minutes. We get done as much as we can for 20 minutes. We're going to go fast. So eyes are up here all the time. Second thing, when you come back for board math, hands. Your hands are on your lap. I have the kids I have you use your hands a lot. We do a lot of, I'll say think. Point to your brain when you think. And don't look down. See, some of you look down right away. We always look at, I try to tell kids, look at the board when you're trying to think. When you're trying to think, look at the board because you want to see that problem. I'll say, whisper it into your hand. Let's do it. And then I'll say, let it go or clap the answer. I'll say, sing the answer, bark the answer. I'll try to get you guys kind of engaged a little bit more by doing different things. Let's try an easy one. 2 plus 1. Think it. So I'm the board now because I said the problem. 2 plus 1. Think it. Whisper it into your hand. That's your answer. Own your answer. You have to come up with your answer. It's not anybody else's answer. It's your answer. Now when I say go, I want you to let it go with a normal voice. Let it go. 3. Perfect. Let's try it again. 2 plus 1. Think it. Whisper it into your hand. Clap the answer. Without using your voice, you're going to have to clap 3 times. Let's try it again. 2 plus 3. Think it. Whisper it. Clap the answer. Perfect. If I say jump up and down the answer, you're going to stand up, jump up and down 3 times. If I say bark the answer, you're going to go rough, rough, rough 3 times. Then we're going to be quiet. But I just want to keep you guys going. Even though board math is fast, sometimes, I will say sometimes board math gets a little bit long if you're just reading the problem and just going through the problems. We'll try to do some things to kind of spicing it up a little bit. The third thing, and this is the most important thing for me during board math, take chances. There's problems up here that you know. There's probably some problems that you don't know. Take chances. This is the perfect time, and listen to this because this is kind of crazy. This is the perfect time to get problems wrong. We don't want to get a problem wrong on a test, but this is a perfect time to say an answer and have the teacher go, oh, no, I don't think that's right, and I'm going to call on somebody else. Your brain is powerful. Your brain is awesome. Your brain loves it when it knows stuff, but when your brain doesn't know something, it wants to learn it. And it's going to, it might seem kind of weird, it might feel kind of different, but your brain will want to try to learn these things. Don't shut down and say, not going to raise my hand, not going to try it. Even if you don't know something, try to raise your hand and give an answer that you think is close. And your brain will start to change. After it sees something, and after you get something wrong, your brain will say, oh, don't want to do that again. and it will try to start trying to find the right answer. That's the only way to get better at math. A couple more things. I just want to make sure that it matches up to what I'm going to do. Just a second. What I'm going to do with what you're going to do. I'll read these things, and then you say it exactly like I say it. Okay? And your teacher might get to a point, or already at a point, where you just read it with her. But for right now, I want to read it and then have you read it. Let's practice it. Operations and algebraic thinking.
Operation and algebraic thinking.
Multiplication and division.
Multiplication and division.
I try to do the symbols a little bit for multiplication and division, for addition and subtraction, just so that you get in your mind, when it's multiplication, you're going to see an X. When it's division, I go like this. So it's like a line and two dots. Well, however I say it, you say it. So if I come here and I say, numbers in base 10.
Numbers in base 10.
You got a good voice. You sounded just like me. Nice job. What's your name?
Caitlin.
Love it, Caitlin. Place value.
Place value.
Perfect. It just kind of keeps you going. If you're not paying attention, sometimes when you hear a different voice or a fast voice or a slow voice, you kind of look up there. I realize sometimes you might kind of look down, or you might start thinking about, okay, when is lunch? What am I going to eat? But we want to stay focused up here. The last thing, today, I'm going to have you be with a partner, and you're going to have a letter, either A or B. I do things called Kagan structures. I do them in regular classrooms, but I try to do them a couple times in board math. It keeps you engaged. It gets good participation. So, are they with a partner, or should I just...
They're partnered up.
Okay,
Right.
here's what I want you to do then. I want you to turn to your partner. I want you to give them a high five and say, we're going to rock today.
We're going to rock today.
Perfect. Now, the person that is closest to me in your group, you are person A. The person who is farther away from me, or on that side of the room, is person B. A's, raise your hand. B's, raise your hand. No, he's an A, you're a B. There you go. It's all right. A's, raise your hand again. Good. B's, raise your hand. A's, say, you rock in your highest voice.
You rock.
Very good. B's, say, you rock in your lowest voice.
You rock.
Very good. Now, we're not going to use our partners every single time, but when I say A's, you're going to talk with B, or B, you're going to talk with A. Now you know who you're going to talk with. Let's get board math started. So you're facing up here. I like how you turn. You turn towards him to talk to him, but now you're ready for board math. I love that. Make sure you sit up. It's the best way to learn. It's the only way that you can learn. Operations and algebraic thinking.
Operation and algebraic thinking.
Thank you, buddy. I would have forgot. Multiplication and division.
Multiplication and division.
I love this board. I'm trying to get more teachers to try to do things like this, just so you can practice some of your facts. So it looks like to me it's 1 times 3, and then 2 times 3, and then 3 times 3, and then is this, 4 times 3, 5 times 3, is that how it goes? Here's what I want to try. I want to try something called Rally Robin. Rally means back and forth. Robin means you talk. When you talk, you're going to do 1 times 3 first. So you're going to give the answer, and you're going to say, 1 times 3 is 3. Then, B, you don't need the teacher to tell you this. B, you're going to say, 2 times 3 is 6. Then A, you're going to say, 3 times 3 is 9. Then B, you're going to go 4 times 3. Somebody come up here. I want to have a volunteer to do Rally Robin. It's whenever there's multiple answers and you want to talk back and forth, back and forth. You can be my partner. Come up here. Okay, I'm A, she's B. Teacher told me A starts, so we're going to Rally Robin. We don't have to wait for the teacher. Let's look at the board up here. I'm going to start with this one, then you do this one. We're going to go back and forth. If we get to the very end, we just start over again. You don't stop Rally Robin until your teacher tells you to stop. Ready to go? A's going to start. 1 times 3 is 3.
2 times 3 is 6.
3 times 3 is 9.
4 times 3 is 12.
5 times 3 is 15.
6 times 3 is 18.
And we just keep going back and forth, back and forth. If somebody messes up, I show a C sometimes to remind kids, that's your time to coach. If I said 5 times 3 is 14, you would just say, hey, Mr. Welch, count that again. 5, 5, and 5. You just give them a little bit of coaching so that they can get it right. Go ahead and take a seat. Somebody took a chance in our classroom. Somebody took a chance. They came up here. They took a chance. Turn to her and say, you have one great brain.
You have one great brain.
If somebody takes a chance, if somebody gives a good answer in our classroom, we're going to praise them, either as a class or individually. We're going to do a group praise because she did a great job. So, A's, you're going to start. B's, you're going to give the next one. It's called Rally Robin, back and forth. When I say go, A's start and go back and forth. Ready, A's? Go.
1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6.
And you don't have to say it together. You go on your own speed.
3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15.
3 times 6 is 18.
12 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21.
And stop. I want you to whisper these answers. When I say it, you whisper the answer. I know you said you can't see. I would scoot back just a little bit. And then you're just going to have to listen really carefully, though. I know you can do it, though. 1 times 3. Whisper it to me.
3.
2 times 3. 3 times 3. 4 times 3. 5 times 3. And notice we're listing multiples. We're counting by 3. So even if you didn't know that, you could count up by 3. If you know 5 times 3, you know 6 times 3 is just 3 more. 6 times 3. 7 times 3. 21. 8 times 3. 24. That's a tough one. 9 times 3. Let's keep moving. Properties, relationships
Relationships
of multiplication and division.
of multiplication and division.
Love it. Read this question with me. Write a multiplication sentence shown on the number line. So look at the hops. How much is each hop going by? Hold on. And then look at how many hops there are. A's, raise your hand. We're going to do something called timed pair share. I'm going to have A's answer this question. B's, I think you're going to probably answer this question. A's, I'm going to give you 10 seconds, A's, to think about what you would say for this answer. Put your hands down. Then when I say go, A, you're going to turn to B, and you're going to tell them the answer. B's, you still have to be looking up here. B's, when you hear their answer, B, you either give them the praise, your brain is great, or B's, you coach them. Show me the C for coaching. If you don't like their answer, you try to coach them and get them to what you think is the right answer. A's, you're going to give the answer after think time. What multiplication problem does this line graph show? B's, you're going to give the praise or you're going to coach them. And the praise, I'm going to change it a little bit. You're going to say, you have a great brain. Practice that praise.
You have a great brain.
If you don't like their answer, you coach them. You try to get them to the right answer. A's and B's, think time. Think about what you're going to say. B's, you think about what you want to hear. How many hops and how big is each hop? That's a multiplication problem. A's, get ready to share. B, get ready to praise. You have a great brain. Or you coach them. A's, go.
3 times 9 equals 27.
Perfect. I love that group. You're done. You gave the answer. You thought about it. You thought about it. You gave praise. Finish. Instead of just having one of you give an answer, I got both of you to think about that problem. And that's what I want as a teacher. I want more kids thinking about the problem. B's, raise your hand. I want to hear what B's heard. I know you wanted to raise your hand because you gave the answer, right? I want to know if your partner was listening. B's, raise your hand. B, yeah, you're an A. You gave the answer. B, raise your hand. You're going to tell what your partner told you if you had to coach a little bit. Okay. Oh, you're pointing. You want him to give your answer, right? What did your partner say?
27.
27. And what was the multiplication fact?
4 times 9.
Not 4 times 9.
3 times 9.
3 times 9. 3 3 is how much each hop is. And then we have 9 jumps. So 3, and I love this problem, 3 times 9 equals 27. Turn to that group and say, you are one awesome group.
You are one awesome group.
Let's keep moving. Patterns of arithmetic.
Patterns of arithmetic.
Third graders, read it with me. Jake sorted his candy into 4 bowls when he got home from trick or treating. He put 9 pieces in each bowl. How many pieces of candy did Jake have? So here's one bowl with 9, another bowl with 9, another bowl with 9, another bowl with 9. That's a pretty good trick or treating. B's, you're going to be the one sharing. A's, do you remember what the praise is? What are you going to praise if you like their answer? Say it out loud.
You have a great brain.
Turn to him and say, way to remember that praise.
Way to remember that praise.
Nice job. I need you in class all the time. If you're paying attention, you're right on it. B's, think time. A's, think time, because you got to know if it's the good answer or if it's the coaching answer. Think about it. There's 4 bowls. 9 pieces of candy. Let her figure it out first. Let her figure it out, because then you can coach her if you don't like her answer or if she doesn't know it. B's, get ready to share. B, you're going to share. A, you're going to praise them. You have a great brain, or you're going to coach them. B's, how many pieces of candy are in there? Go.
What do you think? Do you know what 9 is?
Oh, that's perfect. Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
It's 26.
That is like what a teacher would say, right?
18.
She did 3, you know 3 times 9 is 27. So then do another 9 onto that. That's good. Love that way of thinking. Yeah.
Sweet, you have a great
That's okay. I just want you to talk with your partner. Did either of you figure it out? Okay, that's fine. Then you coach them. You help them out.
What if
Then you're just gonna have to go with the answer that they say. It would just be like what we usually do in class. I would call on somebody and they would give an answer, and it's gonna be right or wrong. It's all right. I just want you to try to practice talking. And stop. A's, raise your hand. What did your partner say? A's, how many pieces of candy? I heard some great coaching over here. I don't know. She kind of knew the answer. He said, hey, remember, if you know 3 times 9 is 27, it's just 9 more. So you can she could have actually done some addition to find that problem out. I'm going to call on you. How many pieces of candy did you guys figure out there were? 36 pieces of candy. Turn to that group and say, you are one awesome group.
you are one awesome group.
There's 36 pieces. There's 9, 9, 9, and 9. 4 times 9 is 36. Let's keep going. Numbers in base 10.
Number in base 10.
Place value.
Place value.
And this is estimate the sum. So let's say what 892 is close to. Think it. What's 892 close to? And I want lots of zeros. So let's round to the nearest 100. There's my 8. So what's 892 close to? Whisper it into your hand. Say it out loud. 900. Now you probably know, like, okay, we can underline, we can look over to that 9. But really, 892, it's really close to 900. It's really close to 900. 375, what's that close to? Is it close to 300 or 400? That's what we're really doing when we estimate. What 100 is it closer to? 300 or 400? Whisper it or think it. Whisper it into your hand. Let it go. 400. So let's solve this. 0 plus 0, say it out loud.
0.
0, easy. 0 plus 0?
0.
9 plus 4, think it. On facts, I just have you think it. You got to own your answer. You can either know your facts or you can count up. I wouldn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I would start at 9 and count up. Be fast with it. Whisper it into your hand. Show it to me on your hands. How would you show your answer on your hands?
I can't do it.
There you go. I like that. 1 and a 3. I've seen this too. I love that. That shows 10 and 3. That shows place value. 10 and 3 is 13. So our estimation is 1,300. Let's add this very quickly. 5 and 2. Think it. Whisper it. Let it go. 7. We're going to be fast. 9 plus 7. Think it. Count up if you have to. If you don't know that fact. Whisper it into your hand. Sing that answer. Very good. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I put the 1 and the 6. Now I have 1 plus 8 plus 3. Think it. Thank you for getting quiet too after that. Sometimes that goes crazy. 1 plus 8. I know that's 9. 9 plus 3. I love that you're pointing to your brain. You're showing me that you're paying attention. You're showing me that you're into the problem. Whisper it into your hand. Let it go. 12! It's 12. 8 plus 1 is 9. Plus 3 more is 12. And look, our answers are really close. 1,267 is really close to 1,300. I'm going to skip this one just because I want to try to do some of the other problems for just to show your teacher. So, numbers and operations.
Numbers and operations.
Fractions.
Fractions.
Oh yeah, some people said it. Fractions as numbers.
Fractions as numbers.
Let's read this question. Read it out loud. Write a fraction that shows the number of orange feathers on